Good day, viewers. The purpose of this video is not to incite hate, but I just want to speak what is on my mind. I just want to talk about how Nnamdi Kanu is being treated and how the federal government treated the Yoruba independent movement leader. I'm talking about Sunday Igboho. Now, this is a two different treatment to two people that are fronting the same movement. Yes, the way they treated Sunday Igboho, I think it's not too bad. It's not too bad. The only thing I condemn about his treatment was when the DSS stormed his house and killed some people, including his dogs and cats and so on and so forth. So after that, he fled. On his way going out to abroad in Cotonou, he was arrested and detained. But from that Cotonou, he was released and he traveled to Germany. Now, everything about him has ended. But I do not want to blame the federal government. I want to blame the Igbo's elders. I want to blame the Southeast elders, the Southeast governors, the Southeast politicians who wouldn't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out of that prison because they believe that once Nnamdi Kanu is out, maybe their political career and all those things will be trapped and there will be chaos. But not knowing that the more they keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention, the more everything escalates and the more people begin to feel that hatred that they have for their particular tribe. Now, the thing is this. When it comes to, separatist movement cases like this, you do not expect a Nigerian court to give you a good judgment. This is what I mean. You see, yesterday, the Supreme Court now pronounced illegality of how Nnamdi Kanu was brought back from Kenya. They pronounced illegality how the soldiers invaded the house that made him to flee 2 days before the court judgment. Now, after all these things that the court has pronounced, they still ask them to go back to Federal High Court and dismiss the appeal court judgment that have set Nnamdi Kanu free. This is insane. Now, this is what I'm saying. You do not expect the court to free Nnamdi Kanu. The court did not free Sunday Igboho. Yoruba elders did. Yoruba's elders, they did it. They did it. So, I listened to, so many people yesterday, including Nnamdi Kanu's legal representatives, especially under Ejimako. I understand everything he said. But if the Yoruba elders or Hanizindegbo, Southeast governors, if they want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, within 1 month, Nnamdi Kanu will be free. It's a matter of telling what they want. It's a matter of decision. This is what we want. See, it seems that we are still playing, they are still playing, not us. They are still playing about the release of this innocent man. If they are not playing about it, I think they should have released him by now. He will not be released by a court, especially Nigerian court. Yes, he's not guilty. Federal High Court before found him not to be guilty. Appeal Court found him not to be guilty. Supreme Court said they should go and retry him again, citing some illegality approach of the federal government, but they did not set him free. So if you are expecting that the Nigerian court will set him free, I think you will wait till eternity. Now, if they start from Federal High Court again, any judgment by Federal High Court will be appealed to the Appeal Court. After the Appeal Court, they will still come back to the Supreme Court. And this could take up to 3 years again. People don't understand the game they are playing. This is the game to just keep him there, to make sure they sentence him, and so on and so forth. So what I'm saying is that if we want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, if the Southeastern people want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, they should not put pressure on court proceedings. They should understand that the elders of Hanizindegbo and the Southeast governor, if they can move in a month, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But the truth is this, they don't want him to be released. That is just the truth. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu's release is in the hand of Nigerian court or in the hand of the Southeast so-called politicians and Hanizindegbo? I know that Hanizindegbo, they have been trying to their possible best, but they need to collaborate with the so-called politicians in that zone to make sure that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will be as fast as possible, not pending on the decision of the court. They should emulate what the Yoruba elders did for Sunday Igboho. So that is what I'm saying, and that is the purpose of this video. Thank you for listening. I am Marcel Lokocha. Please kindly share this video and please subscribe to this channel if you have not, and always come by for daily updates. Thank you.
we have a whole lot of non-lawyers here who came to court today to show or to demonstrate solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, being a distinguished senator representing his senatorial constituency. But you see, the ruling today was in part disappointing and in part satisfactory. A lot of people might say it's a bit ambiguous, so I'm going to speak very briefly so that I do not preempt what is going to come out of the registry of the court. We are going to promptly apply for certified true copies of what the justice stated in court today. But some things that he made clear were as follows: that number one, Nnamdi Kanu was enjoying his bail when his house was invaded, and that was wrong. If you recall, we had obtained a judgment in 2022 at the High Court in Abia State, awarding him 1 billion. So this indirectly affirms that judgment, and that the manner of bringing him into Nigeria was also wrong. But despite all of that, the Supreme Court found cause to send this case back to the Federal High Court, and sending it back to the Federal High Court is actually called remission. And when they remit with instructions. We don't know yet what those instructions are because we don't have certified true copies of the judgment and the judgment order. So in days to come, that will be available and will be made available to the press.
Okay, please, when the judge said yes, appeal and cross appeal, what does it mean?
Well, the government appealed against the discharge granted by the Court of Appeal, and we cross appealed, okay, against the stay of execution granted by the Court of Appeal. So these were the issues. But what came out was that the revocation of his bail was wrong. So this, in fact, has created a basis to further seek his release, through some other means.
So the judge is saying that the trial should continue. What does it mean for your team now?
Well, basically, it's going to continue, or it's going to proceed in accordance with the instructions the Supreme Court has issued. And those instructions will be clearer when we get them in writing. So the judge or the Federal High Court judge will have to be restricted within those. It's called a remission. So they have to carry out, the Federal High Court has to carry out the strict instructions of the Supreme Court.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's it. Thank you.
My brother, Upper Supreme Court can know. I'm better Supreme Court, and there are questions that now lawyers cannot enter. The whole place is very dry, the road were completely barricaded. Lawyers were turned back. Muna fine boy, one no do, and other lawyers not on our team. We are stopped from entering. It took serious intervention before they allowed me and fine boy to enter. They stopped the other lawyers, stopped the other people at the gates. They didn't let them enter. As I'm talking to you, they didn't let them enter. This Supreme Court, look at how dry it is. Ordinary ruling. They are stopping lawyers from entering courts, stopping people from entering the courts for ordinary ruling.